Hi. All right. Continuing on with prayer and hermeneutics. Right now, for prayer, I'm going to briefly discuss just your heart, and it's more of a self-reflection on your heart as it comes to prayer. In Matthew 6:5, it says, "And when you pray, you must not be like the hypocrites, for they love to stand and pray in the synagogues and at the street corners, that they may be seen by others. Truly I say to you, they have received their reward." When we go to prayer, definitely, especially at times when you have to pray in front of others or in groups and things like that, there has to be a heart check. There has to be understanding, like, okay, who am I praying for, truly? We know the focus is God, and we know you're praying to God, but what is that heart of prayer about? What is your heart really seeking in that time of prayer? Are you seeking to be recognized for your prayer, or are you seeking to be recognized? Are you seeking to be recognized by God in your prayer, or are you seeking to be recognized by men? What's really important is that these men were hypocrites, praying on the street corners, making loud noise, trying to get noticed for their amazing prayers or their awesome prayers or their prayer time, even probably making mention of how long they prayed or when they prayed, or even in their prayers themselves, trying to make it eloquent or special or fancy, or try to use words that are like extravagant, when really you have to understand, like, is that coming from a need to show off to others? If your heart is in that place, that's all the reward you're going to get. If you seek the recognition of man, you're going to get man-derived rewards. But how should we pray? It goes on with just examining your heart in prayer. But when you pray, verse 6, "But when you pray, go into your room and shut the door and pray to your Father who is in secret. And your Father who sees in secret will reward you." Basically, this is just a getting away and understanding. This is just an act of faith. If you pray in front of men, well, you're going to get a reward. You know you are. That doesn't take any faith. You know, a lot of people will be impressed if you pray well and pray in public, especially at this time where there's such an emphasis on that. Like, oh, look at me, I pray to God. But there's no faith in that. There's no reward in that. There's no trust in that. That all you're seeking is the gain that you will receive by the adoration of simple men. But if you go and you find a quiet place where you can just be alone and pray and seek God on your own, that's saying I have faith. That's saying you trust. That's saying you know that only God will see this. And if you go to a place where no man can see but only God can see, then God himself will reward. And that should be the heart we have. We should have this heart that desires just for God to see us, for God to be the one that looks down and blesses us and says, okay, this person is being straightforward. He wants this time with me. So pray in secret. Find that time to pray in secret. Don't always just look for opportunities to pray with others and pray in front of others. Not that it's wrong, but if that's all you do, it's hypocritical. Hypocrisy comes when we only do the action in front of others to be seen. If it's not a common practice, hypocrisy. So if your only times of prayer is before others, I would check your heart and say, okay, who am I really praying to be seen by? And in this time of prayer, am I praying to be seen by God? Please write at least a sentence so that I can finish my projects. Okay, bye.